Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Combat Craig, and this is 3 reasons you must monitor your VA medical records. In order to access your VA medical records, you need to have a premium account with MyHealthyVet. Most of you guys have access to your MyHealthyVet accounts and you know how to use it, so I'm not going to go into explaining how to download your records. It's a pretty simple process. Log in, select the date range, download. If you need a more in-depth thing, I have a step-by-step tutorial in my bootcamp, combatcraig.com, links in the description. So the first reason you want to check your VA medical records is to see if you actually have a diagnosis for the disability you're planning on filing a claim for. Check your problem list. Your problem list has a list of your current problems. They do not necessarily translate as a diagnosis. So you want to look at your problem list. Okay, I have problems. Can I connect any of these on a secondary basis? Is there anything I could do a direct service connection for? So your problem list is a good place to check, but you want to go deeper. There's no assumptions. The problem list is not a diagnosis. It doesn't necessarily mean that it is a diagnostic code for VA rating purposes. Your MyHealthyVet account is kept by the Veterans Health Administration. With a VA claim, that's the Veterans Benefits Administration. They conveniently find things unuseful. So they find things conveniently unuseful when it's convenient for them. So go look and make sure that you actually have a diagnosis. Look in your medical records. It's on your problem list. There's a diagnostic code. There's a date, whatever information you can glean from it. Then hit Control F, if you're searching for PTSD, hit Control F or Command F if you're on a Mac. You should be on a Mac. What are you guys doing using PCs and Androids anyway? So Command F and then look for PTSD and review all your records and go find the diagnosis. If you can't find the diagnosis, that means it doesn't exist. You just identified the first problem. You need to have a current diagnosis, current symptoms, and a nexus. Current means within the last year, but I would probably do it within the last 6 months. The more current, the better, right? So if you have something on your problem list and you cannot find the diagnosis, that's your first chore. Get the diagnosis. The second reason you want to monitor your VA medical records is for symptoms. Are your symptoms being accurately reported? Is what you're telling them, are you sending them secure messages? If you are not using secure messaging, that is a great way to get subjective medical evidence in there. That will show up too. I sent them a message. Did it end up in my records? Check it a couple days later. Another little pro tip for you. So are the doctors, your healthcare professionals, providers, whatever you want to call them, clowns, are they actually misrepresenting the facts, what's going on? You go in, you talk about symptoms, veteran was fine. You have to remember, and I know this sounds ludicrous, why would there be a problem list with diagnostic codes and no diagnosis? And why would a healthcare professional write down stuff that's not accurate? Because they can. Guess what? We don't check up on them. So there's nobody holding them accountable. Director of the hospital, hey doctor, hey nurse, did you write some stuff down on the veteran? Oh yeah, wrote it down. It doesn't matter if it's accurate or not. There's no accountability at the Veterans Health Administration. So you need to go look. How are the symptoms reported? Are they accurate? And then if they're not, that's your second problem. You need a diagnosis and you need to have current symptoms, and those symptoms need to reflect the rating you're going after. And if that's not going on, you need to fix that with your doctor. If you're not getting your symptoms accurately reported, get a private doctor. Private doctors are going to be a way better idea for you here. The third reason you want to monitor your VA medical records is for a nexus. This is the third part to establish service connection. So the nexus isn't a big unicorn thing. I mean, it is because it's a big part of it, diagnosis, symptoms, nexus. But there's this thing called a nexus letter. It's really just a nexus statement. It's the doctor's opinion, and it could just be in your medical records. So you want to download your VA medical records to see if you have a nexus. I'll give you an example. When I was having a lot of foot pain, I still do, but currently, as I sit here right now, I'm not all flared up with my plantar fasciitis. It's kind of mellow right now. That wasn't the case 2 months ago. Who knows what it'll be like in a couple of weeks from now. But as I was going to the podiatrist, I used care in the community. So I went to a private doctor or a private podiatrist because it was like a 9-month wait or something stupid like that. So when I was getting shots in my foot and taped up and all that kind of stuff, I was getting treated for my left foot, but I was also getting treated for my right foot because plantar fasciitis came up in my right foot. The doctor actually wrote in, veteran has plantar fasciitis in his right foot, and it's caused by his left foot, in my opinion. That's the nexus. That is actually in my medical records. When I saw that, I was like, cool, I don't even need a nexus. I just need to explain. I think my right foot is connected to my left foot because I'm a layman. In reality, I knew the nexus was there. That's why I did that. That's why I didn't go out and seek a different opinion. So you want to just patrol your VA medical records at all times. You're looking for diagnosis. You're looking for secondaries. You're looking for accuracy. You're looking for nexus. Those are the main 3 things. This is a medical evidence claim, and you win it with medical evidence. At least you know that the medical evidence is weak, weakish, non-existent at all, and then you could do something about it. Don't spray and pray and hope for the best. That is not a strategy at all. That is a denied claim. It happens all the time. I'm guilty of it. My claims were denied for 27 years. No more VA, I'm on to you. I check. I patrol my VA medical records, and I make sure you guys aren't saying anything that's going to hurt me. And if that happens, then I go to a private doctor, and that's my strategy, because fighting the Veterans Health Administration is a total pain in the ass. I'm going to hold them accountable. Like, you could spend so much time chasing those guys around. It's not the VBA. You're not going to get paid trying to hold Veterans Health Administration doctors accountable. So I go in, look at my VA medical records, see if there's things that are weak or hurting me, and then I make sure I go to my private doctor and have him kind of offset that. So when they come after me for my rating reduction notice, those records are in there, and then I upload my private records in there. I check everything to make sure it's there, so when they come through, hopefully, I'll have enough in there so they don't reduce me. Little tips and tricks like this are what I teach in my boot camp. I go a lot more in depth, a lot more in detail, more of a step-by-step kind of thing. And you can check that out at combatcraig.com. And then if you're fighting an appeal and you're thinking, you know what, this is just too hard, I know it's too hard. You have to do it anyway. But if you want to give a lawyer a shot, check out Hill and Ponton at hillandponton.com. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me jump in here real quick and tell you about my boot camp. If you want to learn more about the VA claims process, check out my boot camp. You can talk to me live. There's a link on the website and in the description, combatcraig.com. And also, if you need medical evidence like a nexus or documenting your symptoms properly, go to our website, combatcraig.com, and it says medteam/nexus letters. Click on that link, fill out the form. Boom, you're done.